So, I just wanted to talk like we're just at a campfire and we're just telling cool stories, about the music scene, the industry, and, thank, God I had a chance to have this happen. I feel so fortunate, I must start with that. Number one. And number two is like, I wanted to make this video, and it's not perfect production. I don't want to make, I could edit it. I could take the time and, put it into, editing software and make everything sound great. I didn't, I don't think that is the vibe I'm going for here. I want it like we're just sitting down having a conversation, we're just talking, sharing stories at the campfire. So, yeah, I don't want to edit it right now. Totally could. It's easy for me, but I want to keep it dry, so it's just more natural, and hopefully you guys dig that vibe. All right, so part two. Yeah, man, when you talk about KARMIN, they got 8 times platinum. That isn't a massive thing for somebody. I mean, there are a lot of really good bands and really talented people that came out of Berkeley, but they got scholarships getting into Berkeley. So Nick was a trombone at the first, at first glance, he was a trombone scholarship. And Nick, yeah, Nick killed it at that. So, and Amy, she made it for vocals, but that was also a scholarship too from Nebraska. So, imagine how killing you gotta be to really pull off a scholarship at Berkeley. So, Amy and Nick, you guys are awesome. You are hard workers, really talented hard workers. But, I feel like they're so focused and their drive is so high. It was only a matter of time, and so people ask me, it's just like, did you know they were gonna be something big? And it's funny you ask that. At the time, you knew someday that if they just stayed consistent and kept growing, kept getting better, yeah, they were going to do something awesome. But I gotta admit, at the time, you never thought somebody would go 8 times platinum. You never thought like somebody, these people somehow, that you would know these people to get 40 million views on a single upload, or 45 million views, and garnish the attention of the entire planet. You never had a clue. People are like, their numbers are almost like, I don't want to say like Madonna selling numbers, and I don't know why that. I don't know why like I don't know. I have a lot of respect for Madonna, and I'm not talking about like a talent comparison. I'm talking about sales and views and attention, and yeah, it's a different world now with YouTube, and they took advantage of that, and yeah, we got some cool stories. So it keeps it keeps getting better. We'll make multiple parts, and there's just a lot of facets to this. And I think the world should know, and I just think are cool stories. And I just was fortunate enough to have a chance to be around these guys who were so inspiring. And so one of the things that I respect is, like, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and could have gone to Berkeley, but chose to go to an engineering school for recording at first. And so, I know a good guitarist when I see it. And so to hear her, right, tell me that she'd only been playing guitar for 6 months, that blew my mind, because she was really clean and her sound was really clean. Her chords were really clean. It's like she had, I don't know, like, it would blow my mind had she really played music for 6 months. Like, oh my God, like, how many hours a day do you play? You know what I mean? So yeah, really, really, really talented. Because one thing is it's hard to play acoustic stuff cleanly, but never mind, right, while you're singing and killing it. So her voice was was really, really good. She was really inspired by Brandy. She was really inspired by the early 90s stuff, and I think that's what we were talked about. And anyways, all right, so we're gonna go into that. So we recorded in the barn, and at the the recording barn, and that was a Pettingill Pettingill Farm in Salisbury, Mass. Again, it was my grandmother's place, and I was just making a DIY studio, as we all do in the beginning, and so yeah, it was cool. We set them up, and it was just a hard challenge. One of the hard challenges of recording is keeping it's a really psychological gift you have to be a good producer and a good engineer. So it's not all about talent. You have to be able to keep the vibe up and to keep the good takes and keep the encouragement in between the tracks and say, well, here's the thing, like, there is a point you could feel like you really mean these words, but let's do this over again. Let's get it perfect. We got one chance to release this, one chance to record this, and we might as well get it absolute perfect, because you're gonna come back to this when you listen to it, and you're gonna just hear all the mistakes. So I don't know if you're a musician, like you know what I mean. So I didn't want them to walk away with any regrets or regrets. So yeah, and so recorded Carbon Copy. We recorded Bad Romance, and at the time, it was a challenge for me to mic a box. So as an engineer, I'm just like nerding out. I'm like, making sure the mics are in phase. Like, I'm making sure that nothing that shouldn't be rattling's rattling. We taped up certain parts. We mic'd out certain parts. We had to make sure everything was fine, because, man, that is a hard instrument to record, because it does not translate through the recording. Number one. Number two, it's who has put on a recording with hip hop cajon. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, we had to separate the vocals and do all this later. And but anyways, so day one, yeah, we went out to this place called Salisbury House of Pizza. And they're like, let's at least buy some food or something. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna say no to that. And so I was like, yeah, we know, like, sandwich shop, down the street. So I think it was Salisbury House of Pizza in Salisbury, Mass. Give them a shout out. So they've been making some really good stuff for a long time. But yeah, really cool story, because it goes into Boston at some point, and I won't tell you exactly where they lived, but I will tell you around they lived, and it was kind of toward the Coolidge kind of BU area. But anyways, down the street, like, my brother and I think we stayed over there. We kind of slept over their house. I don't know why. We had no place to like chill that night, so we were just like all going out, like, getting wings before. But yeah, it was just cool. It was chill. It's like we just crashed at their place, and they were so funny. Oh my god, like Nick and Jason, like, oh my god, they are hilarious. When you get two people together that are just they've been working together for so long, roasting each other for so long in a California pizza kitchen, and like they were awesome. So here's the thing, we had some really good wings from this, I think, this place called Wing It. And so if you know Wing It, right, they have the pterodactyl sauce. And yeah, they have some amazing stuff there. So anyways, they introduced me to Wing It, and I was forever changed. But yeah, and at the end of that, I think yeah, we still didn't know they were going to be big like that. Nobody expects, like, hey, I'm chilling with, like, somebody who who's so concentrated and focused at their work that they're going to do something amazing in life, to that extent. And I respect the heck out of that. And number one, because they stayed with it. Number two, because they were focused as heck, right? And they were determined, and they were fearless. And I'm definitely gonna make a couple parts of the series and just get the story out there. Just like we're just chilling in a room, just talking about this. But yeah, a lot of funny times. But yeah, then I think at some point they started going online doing Look at Me Now. And so as soon as they did Look at Me Now, right, that Questlove found, right? And when Questlove finds something, right, the next day you're going to be at a show. And so like I remember seeing their videos and all that stuff, like on Facebook, like we were just like following up and on your friends and just seeing what they're doing. And they post all the stuff about finally Questlove, give them the prop they deserve. And oh my God, it was so cool to see that. And so yeah, Ellen DeGeneres, they went on everything. But yeah, that must have been so hype. I mean, if you check out the Questlove, right, that was their first big concert as KARMIN. And that was their like start. That was their first big. And I think you can look it up. It might be 2012 Questlove or something like that. But yeah, definitely check that out. But hey, so I'm just gonna cut this short. If you didn't check out part one, definitely check out part one. Again, the production on this, I just want to be, talking to the room to you. I don't have a time to edit and do all this stuff. I've got so many projects I'm working on right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the story, and hopefully, it was cool, made you laugh, and made you, be a little bit more, or have a little bit more respect for KARMIN. If you hadn't heard of KARMIN, maybe you should look him up. And so, yeah. And if you hadn't heard of Jay Parker, you got to check out his stuff. So again, the SoundCloud, you're going to find some of this stuff on. We'll talk about these mixes at some point, and we'll go into a part 3. And what I was thinking when I was making these tracks is I did some nerdy stuff, replacing audio with like 808s and all that stuff. So could I have done this better? 1,000%. But this was a mix. I did a remix of their stuff, and I can't think of how to do it but you. Sugar, I can't think of how to do it but you. This is all. I can't think of how to do it but you. Sugar, I can't think of how to do it but you. I can't think of how to do it but you. Sugar, I can't think of how to do it but you. I can't think of how to do it but you. Sugar, I can't think of how to do it but you. I can't think. So yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun producing that. It's all that EDM stuff. That's my thing. So I've been producing for a long time. Been doing that thing for a while. So yeah, you'll find my secret profile. It's right here. And as you guessed, that's my full name. No hiding that. So, but yeah, so I would definitely check out Jay Parker stuff. Like, I was so blown away with Jay Parker. I still am. And everybody at all of the shows that sang all of his lyrics are just brokenhearted. That he's not playing music anymore. So anyways, if you want to check out him and you want to check out the KARMIN stuff, definitely gonna make a part 3. Talk about what I was thinking on the mixing process, and where I was coming from. But yeah, if you want to hear all that stuff, I definitely recommend it. Go through all my stuff. You're gonna find a lot of different types of styles, and so this is where I put all my secret projects. And I don't really show a ton of people this page right here. So it's not like my official official. My phone's blowing up, but yeah, it's not my official page. Like I'll post snippets or unfinished products on here, and at the end of the day, I just I like doing new styles. So yeah, I mean, you can find all that stuff, Koala Collision, all that stuff. So I would definitely check out some of that. But thank you for watching. Here's the thing, I want you to share to somebody you know would love to hear this story. And just like and share and subscribe. Do all those things. Make sure you do the same thing to Carmen. And make sure you follow Jay Parker, is his actual name. Jason Beaton, Beaton. But all right, guys, it's been great talking to you. And, I just wanted to thank you for listening. And if you guys have any cool stories, just definitely comment and definitely post below some really positive stories. If there's anything negative, I'm totally going to delete it. Sorry, guys. Only positive stuff, and just, share good vibes, and, we're a community. And I appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate you guys, sitting around the campfire. We definitely got some more cool stories to talk about. All right, this has been Andrew Beaton. Foxatron, definitely check me out. I just showed you where this is going to be on YouTube and SoundCloud and all that stuff. Reverb Nation. I think that's where I put my actual stuff. So, yeah, all that stuff, Reverb Nation. Definitely check out all that stuff. And I have a huge YouTube following, and we could talk about how I got my start and at some point. All right, guys, part 3 coming up soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.